You came back from the dark, Elentark, unharmed.
I hope that now we can have our talk. And I think we can. After hours of fighting. Although Yrliet's sharp features remain the same, the deep shadows around her eyes and her listless gaze give her the experience of a living corpse. The Aeldari looks withered, haunted, despondent. But when you approach, relentlessness in her eyes is replaced with a faint glimmer of hope. She really doesn't react like someone who just betrayed us, right? I want to know why you did it. Everything from beginning to end. But I mean, regarding forgiving her and taking her along, just imagine the battles we had with 2 characters instead of 3. Yeah, no.
I tried to learn to trust you, Elentark. Whatever your motives, you did not turn away from me, and you helped me search for my kin. But despair ate at me from within. The human journeys through the realm of she who thirsts left my soul drained, and our attempts to save the children of Kruderak crumbled to nothing in the unending coldness of the dark cosmos. And even when I beheld a piece of Kruderak in your chambers, I wanted to believe you had nothing to do with it. I wanted to, but I succumbed to emotion, to fear, to hopelessness, to grief. I was afraid that Silent Thrash would find me before I found the truth.
Oof.
Which is why I tried to find my dark cousin on the day he attacked Argonis. I used the commotion to slip away unnoticed and wandered the streets like a shadow in search of its owner. My efforts were futile. I returned to the palace in confusion. I waited for my fresh wounds to stop aching and for the watchfulness of the surrounding monkey to fade like the mist on an autumn morning. But still, I had my doubts. Perhaps, I thought, I should discuss it openly with you.
Yes, please. I could have saved us this whole mess.
That monkey Achilles. There was something wrong about him. He kept disappearing at night. So one day, I followed him. Achilles was contacting Marazhai, using an artifact that transmitted his master's orders. That is how I learned that the burned monkey was about to betray you. Which meant my only chance to discover the fate of my homeworld was about to slip through my fingers. I could not wait any longer. I killed Achilles, took the artifact, and demanded answers from Marazhai. He hinted at where I could go to look for the truth. You know what happened next.
At least the traitor's dead. But does that mean that she at least didn't intend for us to get captured? Because, I mean, at least how she describes it, it sounds like she was just lured into a trap. Into a pretty obvious trap, I'd say, so that's freaking stupid. But she didn't want to betray us. But she also didn't trust us to tell about her plan. It's weird that we can ask, did you kill Achilles? Because, I mean, look at that. I killed Achilles. She just said that. I do not know if I can trust you again.
To accept someone who has betrayed one's trust before, one must plunge into the deep waters of fear. One must walk the paths of doubt and extinguish the raging fire of resentment. Are we strong enough for this? Well, you made the first step toward me, Elentark. I will reciprocate by making the second.
Yrliet replies with a brief nod of understanding. Oh boy, that was so unnecessary, Yrliet. But I'm somewhat relieved that you didn't want to sell us out to the Drukhari. But I mean, how could you be so dumb to trust Marazhai? Like, ugh. So, how are you?
My body has already healed.
If
The
you
wounds
mind?
of the soul will heal one day too. For suffering is a part of our life, not unlike love and fear and the desire to learn. The paths help the children of Asurion to endure any spiritual upheaval. And you, Elantark, did not allow me to stray from mine. For this, I am grateful. And yet, neither rest nor healing salves, or even our reconciliation, can soothe the savage turmoil in my soul, Elantark. Kruderak is lost, and the bud of truth never opened before me. What happened to my kinsmen? What happened to my world? And why did the Dark Cousin tell me less than he knew?
Because Drukhari are not very honest and forthcoming? Ah! There's a roiling darkness in Yrliet's emerald eyes that seems to search the very bottom of your soul. What happened to you after the trial?
I was meant to share your fate, Elantark, and vanish in the Dark City's rotting underbelly. But the Fleshmaster gave a different order. His twisted mind was beset by a question. Could a child of Asurion be saved from the gaze of she who thirsts with intense re-education? By replacing the influence of my spirit stone with the heady tang of pain that nourishes the followers of the dark ways?
Yay.
I donned the executioner's mantle. They allowed me to keep my spirit stone in exchange for the suffering of others. I survived, prayed for Asurion's mercy, and hoped to escape before the stone cracked under the torrent of pain and terror assaulting my soul. Before the experiment was complete.
They wanted to corrupt Yrliet. Great. Maybe she can stop trash talking you and the other companions now. I definitely wouldn't be taking any more wonky bullshit after this. I don't think she will. But I mean, yeah. The crystal in Yrliet's chestplate lights up with a crimson glow, and each of her breaths becomes more labored and restless than the last. What do you know about this place?
Kamora. This city grinds down the will of the strong and torments any who get tangled in its dark web. The fools are the first to die, and the shrewd perish regardless. I have never been here before, but few children of Asurion manage to escape the Dark City without surrendering a part of their soul. So what is it that you wish to know?
I mean, we do know who rules the city. Do you know how we can get out of here?
The Dark City is pierced by millions of spires, and a webway gate may be hidden in any of them. It is the only way out of this place, and an impassable obstacle to any who do not know how to operate it. I know, and will help you should you so desire.
Hey, at least that. I think that will definitely make it easier to get out of here. What about cities other than Kamora?
There are no other cities, Elantark. The Dark City has no bounds. It is a tangle of countless nightmare domains subject to a single ruler. An endless amalgamation of ever-changing and immutable dimensions. You cannot grasp its tenebrous grandeur, for even my life will not be long enough to visit all corners of the Dark City and the realms that border it. But it hardly matters where you go, for death lurks on every corner.
Interesting, so it's more like a country than a city, actually.
But do I have the answers that you seek?
Gather your strength. There are more trials yet to come.
Elantark, I promised that I would no longer hide my worries behind an icy wall of pride and doubt. And so I want to explain myself. But are you willing to hear me out?
Didn't we already talk about this whole thing?
I have been waiting for an explanation from you.
Not here. The words of my truth are intended only for your ears, Elantark.
Interesting. Ah. Not voiced. Elantark, I, at his usual pride and arrogance, give way to awkwardness and confusion. This is my first time I ever having to explain myself like this, but you, more than anyone, deserve to know the truth. I understand how unworthy I am in your eyes. This may sound like a ridiculous excuse, but I did not want to betray you, Edward. I only wished to learn the truth about Kruderak's demise and find my kin. And when I saw the shard of my world in your dwelling, the trophy mounted on the wall, I was beside myself of fear and rage. And when my dark cousin whispered in my ear that he knew the answers to my questions, I made a mistake. I trusted my kin. By the way, Yrliet's model is not here. I made a mistake. I trusted my kin. And fearing that you might refuse me if you knew where I had been getting my orders from, I simply ask you to direct your ship to the particular system. Act 3 is truly full of bugs. Did I trust Marazhai? No, of course not. I thought he spoke of my kin's location to crush my soul, that he wanted me to go there and find only death instead of them. But hope got for the better, prevailed over my faith in you, Elantark. Yrliet sighs awkwardly, avoiding your gaze. Filled with hope, the thought never even crossed my mind that the single thread forever slipping from my grasp would lead us to the very heart of the Dark City. I am sorry, Edward, and I wanted you to know that. Yeah, that was pretty damn stupid. I mean, especially with always complaining about Monkey and not seeing Aeldari deception and being so simple-minded, like, you did that.
I already told you that I know nothing about the shard. The trophy belonged to Theodora, my predecessor.
So you are not to blame for the destruction of Kruderak, but your blood is. I mean, how am I responsible for Theodora? I mean, we're not even directly related, are we? It's just distant cousins or whatever. Yrliet purses her thin lips. No, I will not condemn you and your blood. No more. My accusations have already cost us too much.
Your faith in me. Did I hear that right?
Yrliet looks you straight in the eye. The time I spent with you, our conversations, the glow of your soul that only I can see. Yes, faith. With you, She stammers, at a loss for words. Oof. It is so freaking stupid, Yrliet.
I've always been honest with you, Yrliet. You, however, lied to me from the start.
Yrliet lowers her head in shame. There is an indisputable truth to your words. I should have realized sooner that you were worthy of more than what I offered you. You are worthy of my trust. Forgive me my arrogance, Edward. Okay. Let's go and forgive her.
I understand why you did that, and I forgive you.
Still freaking stupid. Yrliet's eyes widen in surprise. I give you my word, Edward. I will never betray your trust ever again. You've shown great compassion by accepting me and forgiving my deed. I do not know if I would have been able to do the same. Yeah, probably not. It pains me. This whole scene, by the way, is so buggy. We don't see Yrliet here. We don't see Yrliet's portrait down here. This game has been out for like 3 months. It pains me to know that hardships you had to endure because of me, and you still suffer. In this cursed arena, in this cursed city. I also... Yrliet pauses, as if hesitant to continue. My soul is crushed, Alantark. The loss of Crudorak, the horrors of Comorra, and the Drukhari's attempt to re-educate me. I have fully paid the price. I've lost my path and can no longer meditate. My body and my soul know no peace now. And that means that she who thirsts will soon turn a predatory gaze on me. The game is still a bugfest. It is, unfortunately. And I mean, I don't want to know how Act 3 was like at the release of the game. Probably even worse regarding bugs. And yeah, we're forgiving Yrliet, Alistair. Still with a little bit of grudge.
You are unable to meditate. Can that happen?
I've heard stories about Aeldari unable to reach their inner world because of anguish or madness. And every story had a tragic ending. Yeah, I guess once the corruption works, they descend into madness. Oh boy. Yeah, they've had at least 2 big patches, but it still seems as bad as when I played it. Definitely. To rule. I mean, I didn't see that many troublesome things. You didn't? Weird. I don't know why, but so far today's stream is full of bugs. Both gameplay and missing companions.
How are you going to regain your powers now?
I do not know. Sincere hopelessness rings in Yrliet's voice. Oh. I mean, not to excuse anything she did. But oh boy, she also has it rough. With Crudorak, with the experiments here, the corruption.
I wish I could embrace you and give you comfort, but you cannot bear human touch.
Yrliet shudders and ponders your words for a long while, as she battles silently with herself. But then she shakes her head. No, I cannot bear it, Alantark. But the fact that you remember this and respect my feelings means a great deal to me.
I cannot help with meditation, but I'm prepared to stay with you and share the silence. That way, you will be able to forget about the horrors of Comorra, if only for a little while.
Yrliet freezes for a second, then gestures for you to take a seat nearby. We had a saying on Crudorak. In silence, you can hear your heartbeat, the music of the soul trying to burst out. Please, share this wordless song with me, Edward, and may it bring peace to both of us. Oh. Oh boy. Comorra, the most horrible place in the universe. And we still can't rest. And it's like, do you know if there's any way to rest here in the camp, like to get away, like your injuries or your negative statuses, like perplexed? So it doesn't seem like that. Okay, we want to go look for Pasqal, and then we want to go to the anatomical opera. Not the completed quest. Yeah. Oh well. Quick save. I also really do want my equipment back, but I have no idea where to get it. Choose party members. Yeah, well. Oh well, oh well, oh well, oh well. That was an interesting sound. Like the game autosaves. Interesting. Now they are resistance. It's still the same animation, but it's not shriekers anymore, but resistance fighters and Imperial guards.
Rise to the top,
Okay.
or get left in the dust.
There's the angel again. Interesting. Okay, there's stims which can remove those things. Here's one fresh injury, or if none, one old injury upon a successful Medicae test. Removes the trauma. Just ways to remove the old injury. Nothing to get the perplexed away. And no, I couldn't rest in our new camp. Oh boy. Suddenly a sense of unreality rolls in.
Keep your wits about you.
Keep a sharp eye.
Examine the fresh corpse.
Morak.
Lydia's pile of corpses is giving off an insufferable stench. May I say something? Depends on what you want to say, Turul. You want to spoil something, Major? Please
I always
don't.
have a backup plan.
Otherwise, feel free. Where the heck is Pasqal? Pasqal! There you are, my friend. Oh boy, just disposed and dropped off. The crooked figure, wrapped in crimson, looks nothing like the Pasqal Human you knew. Before, his silhouette hunched, though it may have been under the weight of his potential just coil, it used to radiate authority and the power of restricted knowledge. Now, he simply looks broken. His raiment is soiled with dark red bloodstains and black blotches of sacred unguents. His mechadendrites eyes wriggle sluggishly like dying snakes. You missed a companion in an already explored area. Oh, interesting. Who and where? Pasqal does not look at you, for his gaze is focused inside his own body. There's a horrible gaping wound in his chest, and you see glinting, clanging mechanisms squirming within. Pasqal has plunged his fingers into the white, dripping maw of the wound, and is in the process of palpating his metal innards with great care. Abelard in the dump. I didn't take Abelard along. That's why I don't find him. He's not here. Great, so they experimented with Pasqal's augmentations? Yeah. Oh boy. And Edward looks closely at Pasqal. It is difficult to say if the procedure that Pasqal has undergone was torture, sacred augmentation, or vivisection. His flesh is covered in fresh sutures, interspersed with wounds that no one has taken the trouble to stitch up. An ordinary human would have long since bled out, but the Ferrum Sanctum sustained the bodies of the adepts of the Machine God. His metallic insides are exposed to the eye in all their vulgar and bloody nakedness. Great.
What happened to you?
An act of defilement. This unit was subjected to profane invasion. The dry words coming from the Vox speaker rustle like sand. Under the cold layer of formality, you sense panic. Xenos, touched by Ferrum Sanctum, removed parts of it and changed other parts, branded my true flesh with ulcers and forbidden metal. Pure Pasqal. Oh, but Abelard. Abelard is honestly my favorite character. I like him too. He's not my favorite. And just due to how I composed my team and like which skills I have and proficiencies and stuff like that, he didn't fit into the team anymore. So when I got Yrliet, I kicked him out. Unfortunately. I still like him, but yeah.
What became of you after our capture?
I mean, Heinrix is a melee too. That's the thing, and like Heinrix and Argenta do like all the physical things or like demolition and stuff like that, so it was kind of doubled. I think character-wise, I would prefer Abelard to Pasqal, but I need Pasqal due to all the intelligence checks. This unit was immobilized, transported to the laboratorium of Xenos with the designation Terventius, the Archmachinator, studied, anatomized. His vox begins to vibrate ominously, as if he's about to burst into a hysterical scream. And then this unit was changed. Its sacred augmentations were subjected to restructuring, complete replacement, modification. Then this unit received basic medical assistance. Then this unit. The voice from the vox speaker fades to whisper. Then he let me go. Oh. Poor Pass.
Do you know where the others are?
No data available. Optimistic projection, they are dead. Yeah, the horrors here. I still hope they are alive.
Is there a way I can help you?
This statement is false. Wait? There was a question. The voice from the speaker becomes drier and calmer. The impure augmentations were inserted into the technical cycle of the operation of my true flesh. The direct excision will, with an undetermined yet high degree of probability, cause the cessation of my vital functions. Pasqal's finger widened the edges of the wound. Blood, mixed with sacred unguents, trickles down his wax-like skin. His sunken chest contains more metal than you thought possible. You see the grey tissue of his lungs pierced by dozens of thin tubes. An unfamiliar organ made of synthetic fiber, imprisoned in a cage of protective rings. The white cover over his respiratory system that disappears into his trembling larynx. All these augmatics are riddled with small grafts of xenotech, clinging to them like rust. Whoa boy. I think I would go with the third option, because I mean, he's weakened, we're all not in the best mental state, I can deal with it later.
If it doesn't pose an immediate threat to your life, leave the xenometal inside your body for now. We will deal with it later.
Request denied due to violation of the 9th universal law. The alien mechanism is a perversion of the true path. There's resignation in Pasqal's voice.
You are a warrior of comprehension. Survive then, and comprehends.
Yay, persuasion! The statement is true. Pasqal's voice grows firm. I'm a warrior of comprehension. Comprehension is the key to all things. I will comprehend the anathema In doing so, prevail. I will not yield. Pasqal forces himself upright and says in a faltering voice, "This unit is ready to serve. Omnisire, have mercy on me." Finally, we have Pasqal with us. Unholy flesh. Toughness -20. Great. Toughness 15. But he's alive, we have him with us, and I'm happy to see him again. Let's see what we have for, like, here we have the specific ones. More movement in the first one could be fun. 3 times int bonus to ballistic skill and 10 plus twice int bonus to dodge reduction of plasma and melter weapons. But I think Pasqal usually goes melee, at least as we play him. Pasqal's melee attack applied the machine spirit communion effect on all attacked enemies. That could be fun. I mean, also as an assassin we want to be melee. Communion. Machine spirit scan. Ooh, Machine Spirit Communion applies 1 stack of exploit on all affected enemies. I like that. Pasqal gains 10 plus 22% to dodge reduction and parry reduction with melee weapons. That sounds cool. I took Jay with me and found her to be almost useless here. Weapons did not do anything against the Drukhari. Ah, cause she's also using Drukhari weapons. Are we going to go with agility? I think agility would be smart cause of more dodge, so more lethality. And I think I say that every time. Okay. We did it. And we're closing in on getting to full strength. Okay, we do know that here we can go to the anatomical. Why never swap up those letters? Yeah. Just want to see where we always just skipped the
Always keep your eye on the prize.
you know, the tech skills checks. Here we go, 100%. That's how I like it.
Operation successful.
Nice. Great job, Pass.
Keep your wits about you.
It's more, come on.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Let us not dawdle.
Yeah, not 40% or something, just like, bam, we can do this. What the heck is this angel thing?
The machine gun grants me insight.
Go. You know, I just want to steal this hovercraft. This? Aura's melee attack damage is increased by 3 times Psy rating. Could be fun.
Rise to the top or get left
Which
in the dust.
reminds me that we should maybe give Pasqal a weapon or two. Heavy greatsword. Nicer than this one. Yeah, we can put this one away. Pegasus weapon. Do we have a plasma weapon? I don't think so. Go for blast gun. I want my old equipment back. Me. Do we have light armor? We do. Definitely need some for Edward. I really hate Perplexed. Anyway. Base armor property plus awareness divided by 10 dodge. That might be nice for Yrliet, because she's quite aware. Go. And she can wear it. Yeah, let's give it to Argenta. Go. This one here. Of course, for whatever reason, they like to attack Edward. And the rest we send to cargo. I really do hope we get our equipment back. Press the advantage. Psychic. Anyway. And maybe I should also give Pasqal a gun. Ah, we do not have the flame weapon proficiency. How disappointing. Ah, I didn't look at it. Yeah. Okay.
I always
Thanks,
have a backup
game.
plan.
Oh, too hard for a simple monkey.
It really would have been nice if Yrliet dropped those monkey phrases. These, with which the flyer took the air, suggest that their body must have been extremely light. Even smaller projectiles must pose a grave danger to them mid-air.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Right. Anatomical opera. Can we now enter? Apparently we can. Mates. The master ordered that ye be led through. When you approach, a few augmatics spring to life inside the monster's bulk. An injector hisses, filling his blood with compounds that cause its vein to bulge and its muscles to swell and twitch spasmodically. I think it's also the same one who greeted us, Vrek, after we went through the portal to the arena.
I wish to pass.
It is great, like, whenever possible, they use slaves. The master gave us permission. The Hulk subtly moves over. In we go. Finally, the anatomical opera. I don't think this will be in a very nice place.